Won't anybody hear us? In the words of a young man. So, I have a little discussion with the young man, the beard. Didn't ask how old he was. Young. If I had to guess, I had to put myself in those shoes again, you know? The young man's shoes. We're discussing, a few little things. I just kidded around with him because I said, what do you, smoke pot or something? He said, I plead the fifth. Yeah, I don't. God strike me dead. I do not. I'm not against it or anything. I wouldn't go out and protest that, people shouldn't have it. I just don't do it. There's reasons why I don't. Because the way I react to it. I just, I get sluggish. I get slow. I think too hard, too deeply. I find myself picking out, after you do it. Time for our coffee. Checking out with the regular radio.
And potential tariffs if its exports to the U.S. exceed 2.6 million vehicles.
Won't anybody help us? So I was like, when he said, he pleads the fifth, I said, what do you, smoke pot or something? He said, I plead the fifth. And then, I said, yeah, I said, I want to get going with Trump and the Bernie and the Hillary and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, oh, you don't want to get me going. Oh, wow. Voila. I mean, where was he, all this time, doing the show? It was very easy to talk to. And, something that I like to show. I just like to show people that, can just talk about it and just like each other and not be argumentative, just discuss, calmly, in a calm manner. Yesterday, I was so tired, it wasn't funny. Not necessarily like physically, just what do you say? What do you say? I mean, all this stuff going on, what is it that you could possibly say that's going to make any sense? Because all of a sudden we have this internet, and I watch the stages. All right, I'm going to go back because we have our wall in 2015. There was this one video. I remember that week in particular because I was doing weeks. We were doing themes. Every week we were doing a theme. I could tell, whatever I was saying up there, I was hearing it in the videos. But I remember walking through this back road, back fields, by the way, Trump was in Kansas. Topeka, I don't know, Topeka maybe. Should be right, I mean, I'm close enough by the capital of Kansas to Topeka. Sounds sounds a little bit Indian. And, he's sitting there, he's joking. I mean, see, I grew up, back in the day when I grew up, we were able to joke. It didn't mean we were racist or anything like that. It didn't mean, we were all these things, that they portray. See, that's the scary thing. How about we'll go up to the spring. And like I always told Johnny, I said, the heritage around here, I mean, a lot of Indians were here. There's a lot of spring, there's a lot of wells. And that when I had that theme there with Salem, I remember when I used to go up that way, when I was doing the theater and everything, I remember this one place my uncle told me about, and it was a place, a lot of people went, it had a statue, and people would go there and they would give their prayer or something. It was a different time, we didn't have all this stuff, all these things, that we can just pop out, take a picture. And I want to tell Bob to just relax, Mr. Espo, over yet. Yes, the Yankees won 6-2, but it's not over. I mean, we still have Sales as a closer. I mean, he's not a closer, he's a pitcher. But I'm saying if there's a game 5, I mean, of course, the Yankees are going to bring out their best pitcher too. But anyways, I would just relax. It's not over. Red Sox can come out. Well, we had intro music. Won't anybody help us? Let me take off my sports coat here. It's a warm little evening here. And like I said, I didn't really say yet, but I remember in 2015 I said it. I said October is going to be a warm month. That 1 month. I even predicted it was going to be 60 on Halloween. And it was like 55, close to it, But that whole, and it went right through November. Warm. I think we're in that cycle. Alright, let me have my little coffee here. Clear my throat. A little bit. Well, I was kind of stuffed up yesterday. And today, I used the humidifier, and I feel beautiful. I mean, I don't feel like a youth, but I feel good. I mean, I'm thankful, happy. So we were walking through the back. I was walking through the back fields, and I came across this gentleman just sitting there having a beer. He was black. I was white, I guess. Skin is irrelevant. But for so many years, and then again with Trump, he was joking with the thing with the Elizabeth Warren and all that kind of stuff. And it's good. Back in the day, that's how we operated. We kidded around with people, but it didn't mean we didn't like him at all. It was just a thing. I mean, New York was always a tough place, growing up. I mean, we're not in the city at all, but we're 166 miles, I would say, south, in a southerly, not necessarily eastern, maybe a southerly eastern direction from it. It's good to know. I mean, it's good to know, like, maps and your position. I mean, there's some people that are extremely intelligent. They know everything. They've been all over. When they go to bed, they just have these beautiful dreams, like, of the plains, the mountains, the people. They don't get involved in what everyone is getting. I mean, this is all going to pass. I mean, they say, like, rest your anxieties and everything, but there are people who just have taken this a little bit way too serious. It became personal. It became a personal thing. So I remember walking up to him. I had worked at Ewing House for a while. He knew me from there. We used to, like, chat sometimes. And this was 2015, so this must have been a little bit after the elevator, the elevator scene. I gotta look at, or I don't know. I gotta look at the date. Because I know he didn't make his announcement until June, I don't know, say 14th or something, his birthday, whatever it was, 2015. But I remember that day. I remember. Maybe Obama, yes, Obama was still president and everything. But it was like after all this stuff, all the protests were going on left and right. Now I think about it. It was constant protests. And we were discussing stuff like that. It was just, I look for that. Sometimes if there's something going on, I approach people. Don't get them all. I can't get them all on the camera. It's just invading their space, like, But you got to get to know somebody. Again, back then, the whole philosophy of this was just go out and do it. You know, I was getting a lot of hits back then, and there was a lot of people on here back then. I didn't foresee, this whole explosion in 2016. I mean, like just yesterday, like I'm looking on the post, someone says, like I just got rid of another Trump lover, and if somebody else wants it, who's next? I mean, is this how we're operating? Does it make you feel good? I mean, after the election happened, so many people, like, it's just boom, like there's like 100 people left within that month. And then, like, I would just go and, try to talk, counsel, or be counseled. It's a one-way, it's a two-way street. It's like walking down, the roads meet, you discuss things. But back then, it was just a lot of mass hysteria, as there is today. It wasn't like as intense, but it was there. And as the weeks were going by, the months were going by, I was like, because I was doing this like in a show format, I was trying to get people. I was calling up people. Had a lot of really strange discussions, a lot of strange phone calls. I was just grabbing whoever was available. But then again, it's hard because this is not, I mean, we don't have, like I said, we don't have CNN money, ABC, NBC, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, you want your football picks? We'll take the Redskins over the Saints. That's about it. I don't know who else is playing. But yes. Excuse me. Is this video gonna make sense at all? Yes. We got to get to the point or the part where we make sense, don't we? Pretty much, man. I mean, like you said, it's just Facebook here, and you're, apologetic, and you're empathy. You have a lot of empathy and everything, and you feel people, you feel people, that are hurting, and it's just, I mean, now looking back from the start, you were feeding cats, and you were, playing around, being a DJ, doing that stuff, thinking, eventually there was going to be peace. You thought maybe all this was just, something weird, but it was gonna work out. I mean, people were just fighting and everything like that. And I mean, when ultimately, I'll take over, Twinkles. And by the way, with the thing, that was serious. I pulled up, and the girl there was like, so I went to the other store this morning. She was just, I know her for some years, like, just going back and forth. And I mean, I should have went there, but I don't know, I needed the coffee. I only took a few sips. All right, we're gonna be back with the closer. No. Well, look, we're up to like 15 minutes here almost, Twinkles.